Hi everyone, so somehow my phone just died while filming as I was right in the middle of showing you this problem, and I only had a few minutes left, if even, so I'm just gonna do a short video going over this whole page for you, and it'll just be a separate video, so if you are struggling with distributive property, you can kind of watch me walk through each of the problems. I'm so sorry about that, but I will make sure to upload both videos. So I'll kind of just go back to where I was in the thought process of. So distributive property, I was saying how basically they kind of already split this up for you, but sometimes you would see it as 4 times 5, and then it'd be your job to decide how you want to split it, which usually it's more beneficial to you, especially if it's a large number, to break it up pretty evenly or into something that, I guess, a number that you like multiplying numbers with. But they broke it up into 3 times 2, or 3 plus 2 to equal 5. So I just wanted to show you that extra layer there, how it would be 4 times 5, and then so the next layer is what we have here, where they broke it up into 3 plus 2. And then the next layer is just that they took the 4, multiplying it by that first 3, that's grouped together, and then they add that to the 4 again times 2, and that's grouped up together. So then 4 times 3 is 12 plus 4 times 2, which is 8, so 8 plus 12 equals 20. So the answer would be 20, and the answer is also 20 up here because it's the same thing. 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 times 4 is 20. This is just broken up an extra layer. So let's move on to the next example. So 6 times 2 plus 3. So they broke up the number 3 into 2 and 1. So you might see the first layer would have been 6 times 3. They broke it up into 6 times 2 plus 1. So then we pulled the 6 and we pull the 2, and then we add it with the 6 with the 1. So 6 times 2 is 12, plus 6 times 1 is 6. Then we have 6 plus 12, which is 18. So the answer to that one would be 18. All right, next problem. So I won't keep showing you the above layer, but I'll do a few examples on the back of them just written out normally, and then it would be your job to then break it up and decide what you want to multiply your numbers by. So again, they pull that 3, they pull that 1, they pull the 3, and they pull that 2. To do 3 times 1 is 3, plus 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. So they're just really making it easier for you to multiply, and then you add. So I actually really like distributive property. I know that I still use it because when I'm given a large number, the number 27 times 4, that's still really hard to do. So you could break it up into 20 times 4 plus 4 times 4, because you break that 24 up into 20 and 4, because it's easier to multiply something by a number with a 0 in it. So I'll do more examples on the back. But we'll cruise through these next 3. So 6 times 5 plus 2, so 5 plus 2 is 7. They broke that 7 up into 5 and 2. So then 6 times 5 is 30, plus 6 times 2 is 12. 30 plus 12 is 42. All right? So the next one, we see that they broke 9 up into 8 and 1. So we have 5 times 8, which is 40. 5 times 1, which is the identity property. So that would be 5. 40 plus 5 is 45. And remember, it's the same answer up here for all of these. I just only wrote it on that second line. So here we have the number 9 again that was broken up because 6, 7, 8, 9. So they chose to break it up into 3 and 6. So here we see the 2 and the 3, and then the 2 and the 6. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. And then we have 6 plus 12 is 18. So those are a few examples of distributive property. I'm going to show you on the back another just quick few examples that you guys can refer to if needed. So say we had 6 times 15. So that's pretty tough. Multiplying something by 15 is pretty hard. So I'm gonna choose to break up the 15, and I'm gonna choose to break it up into 10 plus 5, because I think that it's easier to multiply something by 10 and by 5s, because we can just count by 5s. So the next layer would then be multiplying that 6 and the 10, and then multiplying the 6 and the 5. So I'm gonna start with the 6 and the 10, and I'm gonna group that, and then I'm gonna add it with the 6, looks like an addition, with the 6 times 5. So we can see 6 was used twice, there's the 10, there's the 5. So then next I would do 6 times 10, which I know is 60, and the 6 times 5, which I know is 30, and then we add it together to get the final answer of 90. So that's what I really mean when I'm talking about the layers of breaking down distributive property. And a lot of the times you will get to choose how you want to break this number apart. And it's really up to you. I like to break it into numbers that I like dealing with, which is usually a 10 or a 5 or a 2. So you can kind of make your own choice with that. Let's do one more example here. How about 13 times 3? And so I put the 13 first because sometimes it'll just be written as 13 times 3. So you get to choose which number you want to break up. It doesn't always have to be the larger number, but really that's going to be the one that'll help you the most, because we can multiply 3 by a lot of things and that's fine, but 13 is a really high number. So I'm going to choose to break that into 10 and 3. So therefore it would be 10 plus 3 times 3. And then the first spot would be the 10 and the 3, or 10 and the 3. So 10 times 3 plus 3 times 3. So even though it's backwards here, that's fine. If you're more comfortable with switching those two numbers so that the single number is over here and then the number that you're breaking apart is over here, that's fine, because that's commutative property. So you can go ahead and flip-flop those if you would like. That's the great part about multiplication. But we'll keep working through. So 10 times 3 is 30, plus 3 times 3 is 9. Therefore 30 plus 9 is 39. All right. I hope that helped, and all of the properties make a lot more sense to you guys. And if you need any help, just reach out. Remember that this is the video for both Wednesday and for Thursday. So just refer back to any part that you need more help with and pause it and maybe take some notes, whatever you need to do to help yourself. And just reach out with me if you have any problems. Have a great day.